Hello, Scorpio! Welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is still new. It's just over a year old, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. If you've already subscribed, or if you subscribed today, thank you so much. Thank you for being here with me. Actually, subscribed or not, thank you for being here. Now, those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing a series. It's an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One. This is book 1 here, and I've read this book aloud live on Facebook and uploaded all those videos here to YouTube for you to enjoy for free. Just know that book 2 is already published and available, and all the links that you need for my books are in the description box below. Also, if you would like a personal reading, the information to contact me for one is also in that description box. So welcome and welcome back, everyone. As I usually do, I'll describe what I'm doing this week. First of all, if you've been here with me for a while, last week I took the week off completely. I had broken a tooth in half and I had to get it extracted. There was just no saving it. And when you go to the dentist, they look at your other teeth as well. And I had several more that were on the verge of doing the same thing. So I had extensive dental work done. I had to take that entire week off. There was no way I could be talking. Plus I had to keep taking pain medication. So, but I was a little scared I couldn't do this week. But when I woke up Monday morning, it was like a miracle. All the pain was gone. It had been a week, so it wasn't exactly a miracle, but it felt like a small miracle. And I've been pretty much pain-free. So, and the other thing going on this week is it's my birthday. And so I asked myself, well, Allison, what decks do you want to use? It's your birthday week, for crying out loud. My birthday is on Friday. And I realized I was already using my favorite deck the week before. I'm going to continue to use the Tarot Mucha deck. I got this deck specifically for autumn because I'm an autumn baby and because I love Alphonse Mucha. This is Alphonse Mucha is the artist that this deck is based on. This isn't really his work. This is done by Aloud Scarabo, but it's done in his style, okay? So look at that. I mean, that's the Justice card. That's my card in the Major Arcana. I absolutely love this deck. So I'm going to be using that one. If I need to clarify, I may use the Tarot of the Cloisters by Michelle Leavitt. And at the end, I will pull some cards from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. This is another of my new decks that I absolutely love. If you get one card, I will read from its book. But if you get more than that, I'm to read it intuitively. And let me tell you something. The imagery on these cards is really speaking to me. It is absolutely gorgeous. I chose these for autumn. I mean, look at the back. Those are so beautiful. And then, I mean, look at the back of the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I mean, it's just, they all go together so well. They're all so beautiful. If I have time at the end, I may pull some cards from the Tea Leaf Fortune deck here by Ray Hepburn and illustrated by Shauna Alexander. Okay, so as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your very powerful free will. I read major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is the plan that you wrote as your higher self, so that before you incarnated, so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain important lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration and wisdom encoded in your soul. And now our free will makes it possible for us to lower in vibration during a lifetime, but if you can manage to rise lifetime after lifetime, or even significantly during a lifetime such as this one, you may become what we call enlightened, like Buddha, like Jesus, and many others that affected a great deal of positive change for humanity and for our planet. So when I'm looking at your major arcana cards, it is a lot like looking at your destiny, but it isn't exactly, because of how powerful your free will is. Now, there are times in life where things happen that are beyond our control. We do write them into our divine blueprint that way. Those times are indicated to me by the Wheel of Fortune card, which you don't have, or an unusually large number of major arcana cards, which I don't think you have either. So let's get started. All right, Scorpio. So right here at the heart of everything, you have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus energy. Now, the thing about the Knight is he's a slow mover. He does everything correctly. He's very meticulous. There's people that know, what it takes to get a journey or a job done. And he doesn't skip steps, not even things like rest. He knows how important every step is. And so it takes him a long time for him to come in. Out of all the knights in the deck, he's the one who would become king. He's the one who's most apt to become king because he does everything as correctly as possible. He will end up becoming the King of Pentacles, which is King Midas, okay? So he's a very slow mover. And when you have him in the reverse like this, he's not moving at all. So what I feel what's going on here is that this is representative of your earthly life, your goals, like your job. This is the earth. Earth is about your health and your wealth. So I feel like this is you trying to, this is your journey of your career, okay? And possibly even your health. But right now it's at a standstill, okay? Because he's a slow mover, but when he's in the reverse, he's not moving at all. Okay, so right now you are, when it comes to your goals for what you want out of life, for your career, for your money, you're at a standstill. Now, the energy that crosses this at the heart of everything is always read right side up. And we have the absolutely beautiful card of justice. So there's divine balance, divine justice coming in here. Is affecting this, okay? There may be a Libra that's involved here, but this is about beginnings and endings. This is about karma. This could be from a past life. You may be stuck right now when it comes to your money and your career and all that because of divine balance. Okay, there may have been something in your past life or even in your early life that is being balanced out right now by this divine justice, this divine balance. Now, the thing about the justice card here, it's not just about balance. It's also, she's got the sword of truth. Truth, I've always said, well, not always, but when I realized it when I was a young woman, I realized that there was no point in dealing with anything other than the truth, the absolute truth. Because when we focus on something that isn't true, we're going to go around in circles. So that's why before I deal with something, I usually like to get down to what is the absolute truth of what is going on, and then deal with it, because then it's worth it. Then you can have some sort of outcome. Okay, so truth is very important here. Now she's got the scales here that represent the beginnings and endings, the alpha and the omega, the zeros and ones, that is binary code, that is feminine and masculine. The zeros are the feminine, the ones are the masculine. This is how our existence works. So something is being balanced out. You're also being reminded about this balance. That if you're standing still, eventually it's going to have to balance out. So I feel like what that's saying is that eventually you're going to not just get going again, but you might have to hurry up and make up for that balance of not doing anything. Okay? However, I just got that, like I was saying, this knight knows when to rest. He does not discount the step. that is rest. He knows that if he doesn't let his horse rest, his horse could die. And it's the same with him. He doesn't want to compromise his health. So rest is important. So, are you resting? Is that part of your balance? But if you are not doing anything, if you're not working on this, it has something to do with beginnings and endings. I'm being told to move on because I'm going to get more as I go. Now, root of everything here is the King of Swords, and this is the first time he's come out in this deck. So let's look at him here. See, now there's a butterfly on his throne. See that? This is about transformation. Okay? Now, the Queen of Swords is an inspiration to people because she is usually a widow. She goes through a lot of terrible pain, a lot of backstabbing and betrayal, and instead of getting bitter, she gets better for it, okay? And so she's an inspiration because she becomes a butterfly. She goes into her chrysalis and she comes out of it as a butterfly over and over again. And that's what I'm feeling from him too, because of the butterflies on his throne. But he is not exactly like the queen. He is very, his personality is more of, this is a genius. Okay, so this might be a Libra, but it could also be an Aquarius or a Gemini. And it doesn't have to be an air sign, but those are the air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. But the King of Swords is a genius. He is extremely intellectual, but he can also be pretty detached. He is very much in his mind and not as attached in his heart. He can be rather cold. You can see here that he is pulling his sword out, and look at his face. Like, I don't give a shit. You want to get close to me? I'm going to cut you. He can be rather austere. He can be overly stoic, okay? But at least he's not upside down. When he's upside down, he's like in war mode, okay? But he's not. He's right side up. Now, this could be somebody who's armed for a living, you know, like police people or security guards. This is a mature person, so this person would be mature in body and or spirit, okay? So this is what's at the root of what's going on here. You're at a standstill because there may be a masculine that cut you out of their life, but they didn't do it to be mean. Okay, sometimes, you know, the King of Swords can be not even a person. It can just be an action. Something got cut out. So this doesn't have to be somebody who cut you out. You could have cut somebody out as well. This can be an action. This is also Swords is also the suit for Archangel Michael. This is Archangel Michael, so you are protected, okay? And once again, I'm getting there's this truth thing going on here, okay? What's going to help you is the truth, getting down to the truth. That's one of the things that trips up us Libras. We're always going back and forth. It's hard for us to make a decision because we're always searching for that truth. See what I'm saying? So here what we have are two cards with truth. Okay? So these are all like armed people. And you know, you don't see a sword on him because he's the Knight of Pentacles, but he's still a knight. And knights always have swords. So what we've got here are these elements of warriors or truth going on here. All right? Okay. So the next card that I have is the energy of your recent past that's moving out of your life at this time. And what we have here is the Three of Cups. So this was you. You spent some time with your friends or your family. This is very celebratory. You may have gone to a wedding or a baby shower or something like that recently, because this is a get-together between friends. a celebration that comes from an emotional manifestation such as a wedding or a baby shower or an anniversary party or something. Now, it doesn't have to be that, though. This could have been a period of time in your life where you've been hanging out with your friends. This could have been you and two other people that you were hanging out with, maybe roommating with. There's a lot of love between you. There's a lot of fun here, okay? But this energy is now moving out of your life at this time. So the next, holy moly. Okay, so the next two cards for me as a reader are future cards. And here we've got the Queen of Swords. You know, guys, when I deal these cards, I do look at them, but I forgot that this was here. That didn't stand out to me right away. Probably because I didn't really recognize him. This is the King of Swords. So in your future, you've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so here, yeah, I feel like this might be the same person. Even though this is, most readers would say that this is a divine couple. Some of you might have a divine couple involved here. Like this could be you. But I already gave you the description of her. She's an inspiration because of all the pain that she's gone through. She is better, not bitter. So I feel like this person, since this is the root of all this person has been maybe a little bit more authoritarian with you than they have been when they're like this. Okay? But I feel like putting this at the root of everything is Spirit's way of saying that this inspirational person who is extremely strong, who is the master of her mind, who doesn't let insecurity or fear or heartache bring her down. She uses those things to lift her up. Okay? This is where they've been a little bit more maybe tough love like with you, or a lot of truth here, guys. A lot of truth. And there is a lot of Libra energy. I'm being shown that their faces are very similar. Look at her face. Now look at his face after seeing hers. He's got his head turned a little bit, but he's almost looking at you that same way. And then now look at her face. Nobody is smiling here, but everybody is rather dignified and serene. There's a serenity here that's going to be coming from something that may feel a little harsh. But it's divine balance. It's justice. It's divine, it's divine balance here. So the next future card that you've got here is the Page of Cups. So this is your page for your suit, water. Now, this Page of Cups, when he's right side up, he means things like, reconciliation or apology or something. This is emotional happiness. This could be an invitation. But, like we have here with your other cup card, the partying and all that is over. Okay, so I don't feel like this is an invitation. It is also in the reverse. So if you were expecting another invitation to another party or to continue to hang out with these people or something, that is not what's going to happen. But this also means things like delays in communication, because these guys are messengers. Okay, so this is, either not getting this emotional message that you would like, or this is, did I say a delay? It's either a delay or no communication from what you want out of this, whether it's an apology or an invitation or somebody, you know, saying comforting things to you. I don't know if that's gonna, this is not what this is. This also comes with the advice to spend more time away from friends and colleagues. So that's why this is on its way out, and they're both cup cards. And so this is, you know, I suppose that you could be on your way to being this inspirational Queen of Swords as well. But I kind of, what I'm feeling here is just a lot of like austerity, like a little bit of tough love going on here. This person, they understand. They have compassion for you because they've been through it. But because they've been through it, they also know that this is what they have to do. I'm feeling like this is that you may be younger than this person or people. This is your hope card, Scorpio. I'm not sure what this means. This is feeling left out in the cold. This is lack mentality. This is when you feel like you don't have enough and you're lamenting it, but if you just turned around and went into the church, you would be okay, at least for the day. This is where it's time for you to count your blessings instead of lamenting what you don't have anymore. This is telling me that you're not hoping right now. You don't have any hopes. This is where you're at. And it's because of this. This is your current state of being or environment. This could be you. This could be this person that you're around, but this is the wounded warrior energy. This warrior. She has fought all these battles. She's really tired. She's sick of the fighting, but she's experienced now. And she has fought all these battles and won. So this is a point of rest before the next battle. This card is called Strength in the Thoth deck. So you may be resting before your next battle. And that's exactly what I was getting from this Knight of Pentacles. You may be taking a kind of rest in maybe not working your life, but planning it, or taking that next step. You're not taking any steps. You're standing still. Standing still because you're sick of the struggle. Because you know that it's going to take some strength to get from this dark place out to the sun again. This is your fear card. See, this is the decision that you've got to make. This is a difficult decision to make. This is your comfort zone. This is choosing. If you choose this staff, you're bolted to the wall. You're not going anywhere. But this is where you're comfortable. This is your home, right? And so this is you making a life where you've always been and just staying there because it's safe and comfortable. Whereas this staff is outside of your comfort zone, but it brings you the world. It takes you out into the world. And notice how her hand is on this staff and how she's looking at the world. And these birds in the distance, they're free. They're not bolted. This is where you are right now. You're not going anywhere. You have bolted yourself. You see, this is also wands, so they also talk to each other. You're standing still. You're not going anywhere, but you know already that it's the path that's outside of your comfort zone that's going to bring you your new life. This is what you're afraid of. You're afraid of making a new life for yourself because it's beyond your comfort zone. It's because it's something that you haven't done before. You don't know what's going to happen if you choose this wand. But I tell you what's going to happen if you choose that wand, Scorpio. You're going to truly live. But in the meantime, you're stuck. You're just afraid. You have all these reasons around you not to move. And you're blinding yourself to see that you're not really caged. Swords is mental. Okay? Now this is fear. This is deer in the headlights. This is your fear. Getting out of your comfort zone. Changing your life for the better from what you've known in the past. You got a lot of swords here, Scorpio. You're standing still because of fear. But what are you afraid of? You've won all of those battles. All of them. And by the time the next battle comes to you, you're going to be rested and you're going to fight it and you're going to win. Or is not fighting the next battle out of your comfort zone. This is the underlying energy to the entire read. This is, look at all these choices I have. I have so many options, I don't know which to choose. I am freaking confused. Sometimes this is drinking or you know, drugs, you know, where your mind is a little bit addled or muddled because you've just been, you know, partying, you know, drinking a lot or smoking a lot of cannabis or whatever it is. That's what this can be upright. But notice that this is on its way out. And this is actually in the reverse. So all that, when it was right side up, that's not what you've got here. But the underlying energy to this whole read is order, understanding, having your priorities in order, having a clear perspective. This is what to focus on. All right, let's get you your oracle cards and close out your reading. You know, Scorpio, you are, all the Scorpios that I've ever known are so strong. You guys are not just strong, you guys are kind and sweet and patient. But God, do not push you. If somebody pushes you, you're going to cut them out of your life. You're going to be like, hell no. So when it comes to giving to yourself, why is that more scary to you than standing up for yourself. I've seen you stand up for yourself. You're just feeling vulnerable right now, Scorpio, but you know what? You wouldn't have written this into your divine blueprint if you didn't know that you could handle it. Oh, I put these the wrong way. You wrote this into your divine blueprint to overcome it. So you've already got a solution out there somewhere. Okay? You just gotta, I think that you just gotta find it in yourself to choose a new life for yourself that's beyond your comfort zone. Wow, okay, your guides want you to know stuff. Heck yeah. Okay, thank you, guides and angels. Let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, wow. You more than I thought. Alrighty. So, guess where that wand that you're holding on to is going to take you? Adventure. For all you know, you could go to Paris. Unless you live in Paris. You know, this is telling you, Scorpio, which one to choose. The answer is clear. It's just scary. I know. I'm kind of in this same boat here. I want to create a new life for myself too, but when it's outside of your comfort zone, man, is it intimidating. It really is. But if you look at it like an adventure, that's what it becomes. My grandpa is 102, okay? And he came here to the United States from Mexico. And, you know, he came here in like a work program thing. He was called a bracero. And it was really hard work. And it was exhausting. And if you ask other people who went through it, they'll tell you how hard it was. It was such hard work. But when you ask my grandfather, he says, it was an adventure. And that's how he's always lived. And that's why he's 102. Take that. Take that attitude, okay? Freedom. Oh my God. What you don't understand is this new life is going to give you a freedom that you've never experienced before. This is the white dove of peace. You're going to be holding on to your peace of mind. You're going to be holding on to the peace in your heart. Look at how she's looking at this bird. This is also spirit. She's wearing pink and blue. That's masculine and feminine. That's balanced. This is like a castle. Maybe that's her own castle, her own house. She's the queen of her own castle. You know, oh, nature. Get out into nature. Go out into the world. Yeah, what I'm getting is go out into nature and explore nature. And what that's going to do is it'll help you to be more trusting of this new path for getting out of your comfort zone. Shoot, I'm going to do that. Just get out into nature and connect with nature and understand. Look at how everything else in nature lives. You know, you don't see butterflies all scared to go over to the next flower. You know what I mean? And life just is the way it is. If the little animals and insects were too scared to do what they needed to do, they would wither away and die. Understand that you're a part of nature, and it takes courage to live here. Playfulness. See, this is exactly what to bring into it. These butterfly wings, it's saying if you can harness this playfulness. It's exactly what I was saying with my grandfather. Look at it, look at life in a playful way. Bring back that inner child playfulness when you would get a new toy, or you would go to a new friend's house, or you would go on a trip with your family somewhere you had never been before. Get back into that when it comes to going out into the world and creating this new life for yourself. I've been also trying to get into this feeling of playfulness. I actually have been. I've been feeling pretty good. Oh, and wisdom. You're going to be so wise by the time you look back on this. So this is saying one day you're going to be able to teach someone how to do exactly what you did. How to get out of your comfort zone and how to take your life by the reins and make it give you what you want. Co-creating with spirit. Not so much making it give you what you want, but working with spirit to serve. That's what we're here for, to serve others, to live a happy life, to serve ourselves, to serve the planet, to serve our and our brothers and sisters, our spiritual brothers and sisters too, everywhere. Okay, this is going to bring you so much wisdom that you know what, this could even end up being you. If this isn't you right now, this is going to be you in the future. All right, let's see what we can get from the tea leaf deck. Okay, that's weird. Okay, thank you. Hello. Alrighty, that's one side of it. It's a large deck, and I deal it in 2 piles. This poor little fairy here gets knocked over like every day. Oh, this guy did too. Alright. Whoa. What else do we got here for Scorpio spirit? Guides and angels of Scorpio. Tell them what they need to hear. Alrighty. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. That's exactly what I was saying here with this butterfly. Look at, there's a butterfly there, and there's a butterfly. Is there a butterfly in this? These 2 butterflies. See that? Adventure and playfulness. That just sounds so fun. All together. Freedom, adventure, and playfulness. Wow. That's what's waiting for you. That's what's waiting for you. And then after all, and being out in nature, playing out in nature, and then after all that, being so freaking wise, okay? So you are changing from a caterpillar into a butterfly. Slowly but surely getting ahead. You know, whenever I get this card, I'm like, this is so Knight of Pentacles. And here you have him. Right now, you're not moving anywhere. I mean, you are getting that little bit of rest, you know, the wounded warrior energy. You're waiting for this next battle, but slowly but surely you do get there, okay? So once, you know, right now you're not moving, but once you finally move this guy back up like this, you may be going slowly, but you will be getting there, okay? Legs, stepping into a new experience. Right? Fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. Right? Pay attention to your finances, purse, okay? I feel like your finances are fine, but if, pay attention or something could happen, okay? Flowers, happiness. Okay, so what this is saying is nature. Go out into nature and find some flowers, and it's going to give you a moment of happiness, if not more, okay? Sometimes if I get this, you might get flowers or something, but no, I feel like this is you getting out into nature and understanding how just being around the flowers makes you feel happy or brings you joy. I don't like to say makes you feel a certain way. Nothing and nobody can make somebody feel a certain way. Oh my God! Club, someone will try to make you do something against your will. I just said that nobody can make you feel a certain way or do something. So that was funny. Just keep that in mind, okay? If somebody, you know what I'm getting from this? Somehow, this divine justice, the divine is going to come in and even this out for you, Scorpio. You're going to, you may be forced into this new life against your will if you don't make this choice yourself. All right, kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. See, that's what I'm saying. There's some planning that needs to be done here. I know it's scary, but you are involved in a temporary situation. What you're doing right now is almost over. Okay, see the moon right here? You already know this. You've got your intuition going. You know this is temporary. You've known it the whole time. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Heck yeah. So this is the plan that it's telling you to look for. Time to get out of a situation. Yes, this is pale. This is spilt milk. This is almost like the Five of Cups, which is the crying over spilt milk card. But, that's when you are mourning for what was lost. But then it's also like you got to get out of that energy after a minute here, okay? So, yeah, this isn't just a temporary situation. It's time to get the move on now, okay? Like if you were camping for real, like the rangers are going to come by in just a couple minutes to make sure you're done for the weekend, right? It's Sunday and it's time for you to go home. Oh, okay, so weeping willow, you've had some sorrow in your family. I feel like this is from the past. That's part of your wounded warrior deal here. That's part of this, where you don't even know what to hope for right now. You're so upset. Oh, Scorpio. Dog close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Okay, so yeah, you know what? When you feel upset, go hang out with your dog or hang out with your very close friend. Funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Obviously. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. There's going to be a wonderful opportunity, and if you don't know what windfall means, that's money. And yeah, you got this path to money. Okay, watch your money, but you've got this path to money coming in. Where is that? Well, it's in there. We saw it. All right, Scorpio. So that's what I have for you. You don't have a lot of major arcana. In fact, I think you've only got one. So you are in control. All you've got here is this absolutely gorgeous Justice card. So 1 out of 10 cards means that you are mostly in full control. There is a lot of authority here. You are the authority of your own life, okay? So take control over your life, and you know what? This may be scary, like the fool stepping off of a cliff might seem scary if there wasn't that complete knowing that Spirit has you. Okay, but one day you're going to look back on this and you're going to be like, wow, what a time in my life. And I just said that at 44 minutes, 44 seconds. All right, Scorpio, you got this. That's what I have for you at this time, and I'll see you next time.